Hey everybody, Dodger here. Welcome back to Formula One 2019. Continuing our career, season number 2 with Ferrari here, and we are getting to crunch time. Been falling behind the rival of our season, that man over there, Sebastian Vettel. But we are now headed to the Sochi Autodrome in Russia, one of my best, if you want to call it, street courses, and a race that I am genuinely looking forward to. Very positive practice session today. Had a lightning quick car for qualifying. Unfortunately, qualifying looks like it's going to take place in the rain. And we have another little, a little bit of interest this weekend. I knew this was going to happen eventually, and this is the place that it's going to happen. We have to take a penalty for some parts. The only thing I have that is unusable at this point is the MG UK. I have one at 81%, one at 76%. I'm gonna go ahead and take the penalty here for this because this is a track that I know I'm pretty good at, and I know I'm pretty good at passing at. So I feel like there's no better time. That's going to be a real tough thing to overcome, as we basically can't afford to lose any race to Vettel from here on out if we want to have a shot at the championship here. So I'm going to do my best in qualifying in the rain, but be prepared. This might be a race that we start from the rear. Can you guys hear me over the monsoon? It's really coming down. This is full wet weather, and it looks like it was going to be a full wet start to qualifying today. I'm going to let the weather scroll through for a little bit. I, of course, have to mention that the real Formula One season was supposed to begin this weekend, and it is not. It has been delayed due to the coronavirus, and I'm not gonna go too deep into that kind of stuff. I'm here to provide videos for entertainment. There's a lot going on in the world, and a lot of, you know, the sporting events and things that we were looking forward to are canceled. I'm not gonna sit here and talk about these things over and over. You guys probably need a little bit of a break from that. So we're gonna get right back into our fake Formula One season here in Russia. There is our 10th place grid penalty applied. I'm gonna go out here and do just some basic laps on these wet tires. Hopefully the dry line works its way in a little bit. Not even gonna run in the high engine mode. Honestly, 3 is probably more than I need. 3 is more than I need. But yeah, I just want to get a good feel for the place in the wet here. I have been able to qualify in the wet lately, so I'm not going to say that there's no chance we make it to Q3. And if we do make it to Q3, the weather looks like it's going to improve, so it would be really nice to. Alright, obviously we got to brake a little bit earlier than that for turn 1. This is going to be a little bit like baby deer taking first steps. It's going to be ugly for this first lap out here. I don't know that we've ever had rain at Russia. This seems new to me. Of course, the AI don't need to learn. They go out and immediately turn the times that are representative. But that's good. Lets me know what I'm up against. But it's going to take me a little while. I will probably just go ahead and fast forward to the point at which I figure out what I'm doing here. Certainly getting a little bit more of a hang of it, but I'm still kind of all over the place. It's also a very hard track to see in the rain, I've noticed. It's so flat, and the reflections kind of make it, everything just blurs together. We're a couple or a second and a half up on this lap. Moving over to full engine mode probably helped. These slow sections, the AI just absolutely demolished me in, because they have so much more ability to get out of the turns. I just gotta try and do the best I can. Try and find the darn track. It was such a good lap up till this point. Gave away probably half a second down here though. That's yeah, that's how bad it is. I'm 3 seconds down on the fast lap. So according to the data, the track's actually getting worse. Worse by the second. I may have been wrong. I think I was reading that wrong. I think it's actually getting better and better and better. I think I was seeing a plus when it was actually a negative. So round on inners now. So let's see if it's any better. Maybe that's why I was so slow, is that I was out on wets on what wasn't a wet track. We'll see. I got somebody up ahead of me here. It's one of the alphas, which would be a good comparison. I think we're only going to get one lap in. We really have to make it count. We shall see. Yeah, we're doing 150, so this would be just one lap in. Everybody is out on track right now. A bit worried that they're behind me on track, because that means they're getting a better track than I am, but not by too much. Yeah, there's definitely more grip out here now. But if I make one mistake, I'm done. I like that I'm closing on Raikkonen, but it doesn't mean he's on a flyer. He might already be done. A little toe here would be great. I think we're gonna get it, but I might get blocked by him. Definitely got blocked by him down here. He went off track. He actually made a little mistake, or he was trying to get out of the way. I'm not sure. But I don't think it helped me. I think it might have cost me. There's section over. So we're going to pop to the top here, probably, but it probably won't stand. Well, especially with this mistake. That may have just cost us. It looks very dark and gloomy. 14th, is that enough? Wait, is 14th good enough? I think it is. I think 14th is just out of the cutoff. Wow! Wow! That mistake at the end almost did catch me out. Well, fortunes are turning. Here we go. Let's go to Q2. Let's see what the weather's going to do. I have a feeling it's going to be one of those wait till the last seconds kind of deals. It's a 15-minute session. We're still calling for rain at the end of the 15, but it's probably going to be drying. So I'm just going to be staring at the tire deltas for this entire session.
Intermediates in these unpredictable conditions.
So yeah, I'll just be watching this to see if this drops. So currently it says plus 10. If I see it start to drop, that means it's time to go to slicks. 5 minutes to go and it's just started to drop. I think I'm gonna go, I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna go out with 5 minutes on a set of slicks. That gives me 2 laps, ignore and go to track. Hopefully by the second lap the track will come in, let's hope. It's still a huge deficit. Oh look, yeah, there's no rain, even though it says it's raining. It's still gonna be very wet out here. But what I'm hoping is, after our second lap, I gotta get moving though if we're gonna do that. It's 1:50 around here, whereabouts, so, or in the rain it was. Yeah, we should be okay to come across the line right about the point. So I'm gonna go down to mode 3 in power. And just give it a lap here. Let's see if DRS is enabled. It isn't.
2 minutes remaining in the session. We need a good lap here, or we're out of qualifying.
Well, yeah, we haven't made a lap yet. No, it's not perfect, but I think it's still the right tire to be on right now. There's no mist coming off the tires. I'm gonna just kind of lift through here. I'm gonna take it pretty easy this lap. Try not to lock them up too much. Try not to slide them too much, so that the tires are still optimal for next lap. Yeah, it's still marginal. All right, there's DRS now, so they think the track is dry. The tires don't agree quite yet, but it's close enough. This lap has been garbage enough that I'm probably just gonna lift and coast a bit. I just don't want to put any extra time on these tires. Alright, that's feeling good. I'm gonna try and slow down here. There's nobody behind me. Some cars haven't come out yet, which is surprising. Are they gonna be screwed? One of them's a Ferrari. Could be. That would be great. That would be amazing. A little bit of wheel spin there. All right. Where are all the marbles here? Yikes. It's not perfect. I went into there thinking it was going to be ideal, and it certainly was not. Hopefully they didn't call me on it. It's interesting, there's cars that have completed laps on softs, and they are not ahead of cars that have completed laps on inners. So the track might have been super borderline. I mean, you can see our time is way, way, way up. But that's just versus me putzing around. I now remember. Alright, let's see. It's a 111 to Botas. Where are we? Pretty good. I'm hoping that waiting till the last second is good enough. Lost the back end there. Good enough to overcome their one lap more used tire. How'd we do? How'd we do? All right, 7th. We did it. It was risky, but we did it. Yes! I'm sorry. That was probably very loud. Yes! They screwed themselves. Yes! They didn't go out with enough time for softs. 3 of them didn't, including 1st and 3rd in the points. Yes! All right. Now, it's not all happy days. The best we can qualify is 10th, but to me, we have to qualify at least 4th. Or 3rd? 4th. Or 3rd. Well, we have to qualify good enough to be ahead of 15th. Oh boy. All right, here we go. Q3, it's about to get real. I mean, it's already been real. I waited a little bit for the track to continue to dry. We have 2 sets of tires to use. We'll use them if necessary. 100% want pole position here to start 10th. 5 positions ahead of Vettel, but doesn't all ride on that. This car was really good in qualifying trim on a dry track, so I'm excited. Let's see what it will do. Track is much better now than it was end of last session, that's for sure. Very nice. This is a track that does not reward overdriving in any way. It's all about getting the fast exits. That was pretty darn nice through there. Oh, and there. Not perfect there, but pretty good. Oh, I love that. When I said this car was really, really good on a dry track. Down here is where I was making the most time. I just gotta nail it. Good Lord, did I ever just nail it. Alright, this is a tricky set of turns. That was really good. Gosh, and it was only good enough for 4th? Wow. I thought that was better than that. Alright, we'll load new tires onto it and try again. We will once again be about the last car across the line, I do believe. I gotta find at least half a second, and I think I can do it, but it's gonna take perfection to do it. Nail every shift. Don't get the car bound up. Run every curve to its maximum. I mean, at this point, run it till they start to yell at you. And then run it just a little bit more. Purple sector 1. There's the half second we needed. Very aggressive through there. Leaving it in hot lap mode here. I think we have enough energy to do it. That seemed pretty good. A little bit of a lock up there. But a great exit. This has to be enough, right? This has to be enough.
Fantastic.
Welcome one and all to the Russian Grand Prix. We're just a stone's throw from the Georgian border here at Sochi as we get ready to begin the race that served up an absolute cracker back in 2015. A last lap collision between Kimi Raikkonen and Valtteri Bottas sparked controversy in that race, so let's hope the racing is just as tight today. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Butler, Perez, Carlos Sainz, and Magnussen. Bottas, they've taken a grid penalty. Giovinazzi, Stroll, and Roman Grosjean. Red, Gasly, Charles Leclerc, and Vettel. Hülkenberg, Raikkonen, Alexander Albon, and Robert Kubica. Norris and Daniel Ricciardo fills the last spot on the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
We need a good result today if we want to catch Vettel in the Drivers' Championship.
Well put, Jeff. All right, starting in 11th after qualifying on the pole, but a 10-place penalty. Looks like an easy strategy call today, starting on the slightly used softs, going to lap 10 and then straight to the mediums. If we do the personalized, they only suggest maybe pitting a lap later. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think we will probably pit on lap 10. Even though our tires could go longer, I believe the undercut will be better, but we'll just have to read traffic. Let's see, fuel 27, let's go up to at least 28. Let's have at least half a lap extra, or full lap extra, so that we can use power to pass. Vettel is starting 14th due to some other penalties, so we're both out of the points. It's just going to be a matter of who gets more, and what I really want out of today is full. Anything less than full points is a failure. And it all starts with a launch. Pretty good getaway. I'm gonna try to get to the inside here. The inside is place B. Yeah. Can we get some more up here? I'm getting pushed over. I think they're 3 wide, heavily 3 wide. Wasn't any room at the end for me there. So right back down to 10th, but I might get Leclerc here. Hard on the engine, but it was necessary. A lot of contact here, just a lot of wheel to wheel. That's the way this kind of goes on a street course like this. You just kind of got to mitigate the risks. There's gonna be contact. You gotta try and make it flat and make it worthwhile. You don't want to just make contact for no reason. Really nice toe here on Bottas. Pull it from Stroll. I don't think I hit Stroll. I think I actually might have bumped Bottas a bit there, though. That was dicey. It was risky, but I think it was worthwhile. I was at the absolute end of my braking ability going down into there, trying to stay off the Stroll. All right, another good draft here. Fortunately, he's got it now, but I think we've got more horsepower. Put the wrong emphasis there. Horsepower. All right, we're just gonna keep clicking them off here. Even when it's in weird places like this. See, I think a big thing is compromising people's entries to the turns. Magnussen, known to be hard to pass. So we might have to just wait for the straightaway here. Try and power around him. Seemed effective. Yep, because I cleared him before the chicane, which is what you gotta do. Got a little ways to go here to try and catch up the signs. I think we can do it. This race is probably gonna go by pretty darn quick. Even though it's a 42 minutes, kind of an average length. 4-wheel slide there.
Race officials have enabled DRS. DRS is now available.
Magnussen did not hold with me there, which is good. Don't have to defend his DRS moves. I gotta try and tidy up my lines. I've been so elbows up at the start here that I kind of feel like I've been running some messy lines. That one did not improve upon that. Much better there. As curious as I am as to how Vettel's doing, I need to not be distracted by that. I just have to do the best I can. Whatever he does, he does. I think I'm pushing the nose a little too hard here. Yeah, those front tires are getting toasty. I gotta back down my entries a bit. Just like that. And a purple middle, but red first and second. Or first and third. Front pack is in a big pack. I couldn't think of another word. But that means that they're not spreading out and they're fighting each other, which is good. It's gonna help me catch up. Aero push can be a big deal here. Now that we've caught up. All right, we got Butler there in fourth. We know what he's programmed to do. Bluff at all costs. Big fight for the lead there. As much as I wanted to make that move, it wasn't time yet. See what he did there? That's very, very smart. That's well played. Holding me tight to the inside. It really just cost us both time, though. I didn't get a beat for DRS, but I did get it. There's my beat. Quality game. Way am I gonna go? No way? Probably no way. Felt like I had a pretty good run going there, but decided just to lift. It is Butler. See, he'll run his car down to the ground to block you. He'd probably run himself out of fuel to do it. We might have to try and take him by surprise somewhere. I tried to get a huge run out of there and it didn't unfold that way. I doubt we'll get one here, but we'll see. This is taking him by surprise. See what he does. Gosh. I've never hated an artificial intelligence so much. Yeah. How's that blocking working for you, punk? Pretty well, actually.
That move was illegal. Return the position.
All right. Successfully done there. Even though I feel like he pushed me off the track. But, you know, that's drivers. A driver will always say something like that. Oh, well, he pushed me off the track. A driver will never say, oh, sorry, I just messed up there. But luckily, I let off. He passed me, and then he pushed. So, passed him right back. It was perfect. Now,
our tyre data is looking positive so far. We think there's plenty of life left in these for the moment.
I did run them pretty hard at the beginning of this race, so I'm glad to hear that. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. Use a little power to try and scoot away. Vettel's setting a fast lap. He's making his charge. Butler is now fighting with Sainz, so we should be able to pull away. And then pulling back towards this front group. Front group of Mercedes and pink Mercedes. Oh, I didn't hit the button. Honestly, I heard the beep, but I was like, oh, I got the beep. It distracted me. I didn't hit the button. How dumb. Very dumb. I don't know why I'm really struggling with the rear tires down in Sector 3. Sector 3 is where I've been really good all race weekend. Rather peculiar. Alright. Pink Panthers are trading position. That just let Hamilton, I think, get away. Now they're locking tires. Further letting Hamilton get away. If I can get closer than that. Just trying to run a little bit different line than him. Make sure I keep air on the nose. I saved some energy here. Let's try and use it. This is a hard place to get a pass done, to be honest. Just a little rub there, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I was four-wheel sliding pretty bad. Yeah, something's going on down here in Sector 3 where I just am running out of tire. That left rear looks real hot. Could be that. No, I didn't get DRS here. I'm gonna try and outbrake him. Which you can really easily do in turn 1 because the exit on the outside is superior. If there's ever a turn that was easy to defend, it's that one. Alright, it's really good in sectors 1 and 2. Just been struggling with 3. Try and get those rear tires to cool down a bit. You won't be on them too much longer. Wow, Vettel is up to P5. He could still easily win this race. Especially the way this front group has been racing so much. It's a perfect situation for him.
We want to pit this lap, so push now.
Alright, will do. I don't know what they're expecting out of me with these two racing each other in front of me. Looks like I can take the lead. Well, they just crashed. Oh, into me! Oh, lovely. That's fan-freaking-tastic. I should have seen that he was going to come across the track in front of me, I guess. That's at least partially my fault. Well, so much for this being
Be careful with the front wing. You've taken some minor damage.
the race to build those points. Not right now, it isn't. All right, at some point in this lap, I need to try and click. Not that. I'm gonna put 2 clicks in that front wing to try and overcome the damage. I really should have seen that he was going to come across the track, but I thought they were going to go off into the runoff instead of...
Don't forget, box this lap.
...diving back in front of me. I feel like Hamilton may have picked up some damage here, too. He seems to be slow. Of course, he blocked me like he does. As they all do, basically. Alright, doesn't look like many people are pinning yet. Should I go 8 or 7? Let's go for full... Let's go for 7. I don't want it to be too slow in the straightaway.
Complete, go now.
Alright. Now we're going to be in a little bit of traffic here. Now we should be clear of these guys for a while. I'm going to try and pull an impressive outlap here.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
Don't make me crash into him, please. Thank you. Full concentration here for a lap. Apologies. Gotta try to adapt to the damage. Certainly feel the effects of it. But I've got to get everything I can out of this lap. That almost certainly means I won't get fast lap today because of the damage. That one crucial point. I should have tried to take it earlier, I guess. I'm trying to widen the turns as much as I can to relieve pressure off of those fronts. Interestingly, the front runners did not hit that lap. I thought they would. Might give me a touch of an opportunity here. Tell them. Quicker in the corners than I was. Probably more than anything, just being out of traffic is doing that. Easy, buddy. Certainly a much different animal driving on these tires with a damaged front wing. I feel like I probably should have gone for the 2 flicks, to be honest. Feels like I will pass him on pit road here.
Sebastian is in the pits.
Way slower in sector 3. Lucky he didn't pit here. We're gonna get DRS. That will be our lead on Vettel, who will come out in 2nd place on better tires with a better car. We'll just have to see how that shakes out. Really? I think that was pretty much said and done there, Robert. He tried to fight back to the inside or something. I have no doubt in my mind Vettel will catch me pretty easily. I can't believe with all this, starting 10th and 14th, it's still going to come down to the 2 of us head to head. But me with a damaged car and him not, I think I'm screwed. We shall see. I think you can tell the front end of the car is just not on the track now. It was a pretty good hit. I think we lost more than just the end plate. I'm glad to see Vettel didn't take a fast lap right there. Still got to imagine he will. Gosh, it's bad. It's really bad. Front end just has 0 grip. It might be a matter of letting Vettel pass me and trying to hold in his DRS.
Perez, they have some kind of mechanical problem.
I mean, the rate he's catching me at this point is obscene. I can't believe I didn't predict that Verstappen was going to cut in front of me like that. I feel like an idiot. But I mean, I feel like an idiot for somebody else's mistake, basically. He's the one that overshot the turn. Continuing to just take wide apexes, try to relieve pressure off the front tires. I know that's where the car is lacking. Tell you what, it stabilized the back of the car perfectly. All that oversteer I had in the first stint, gone. I'm surprised he didn't catch me this lap. I thought he would. I gotta imagine at some point the rocket boosters are gonna come on. He'll have energy saved, he'll have fuel saved. That was a pretty darn good lap, actually. I can keep doing that. They might be able to hold them off yet. That was actually a fast lap. Technically, pulled a gap on them that lap. I mean, if I hadn't taken damage, this wouldn't even be a contest. I was way quicker than him here. Practice, they're qualifying. So I just gotta believe that there's still a chance. And then these front tires aren't gonna give out by the end. Used up quite a bit of my fuel. Don't have a lot of that. Overshooting just one of these turns is a death sentence at this point. He says very nearly overshooting a turn. Still sitting fast flaps. 2.9. I think that's my only chance. If I have to fight him head to head, I don't think my car is going to have what it takes to do that. But with big open track, I might be able to hold on. See, I need to be able to run ridiculously wide lines like that. A little energy here to make up for that mistake. Clouds are starting to come back out. I don't know if that's good or bad for me. Perhaps indifferent. Would have been so much smarter to take an extra click of wing in there, I think. 3.2, we're still doing it. Oh boy. I mean, if there was any question on, is the Ferrari still the best car in the field? How about going from 10th and 11th and 14th to 1st and 2nd, just after the first pit stop? That pretty much answers that, doesn't it? So when people ask, why did this season become you versus Vettel, that's why. I bet you if I were to try and go out and do a lap in the car with the front wing on it, I would be confused. I've just completely readapted my lines. I didn't want any of this. Wanted that. 3.4. Holding kind of steady now. Was a bit too aggressive there. Just a touch. Down into the braking zone. Thankfully, they don't have frickin' brake wear modeled in this. What a nightmare that would be. Let me tell you, I'm using them up. A little bit concerned about using up the rear tires too, as hard as I'm pushing it. Temps have been good though. Certainly mostly concerned with using up the fronts. They're just working so much harder. Another fast lap. 4.2. At this point, I should be trying to save a little bit to make sure at the end of the race I can do a pushed lap. I don't want to save too much and let him close in. But I want to have a little something left in it. Just for a last lap push. I don't like this random applause we're getting. As if he's setting fast laps or fast sector times or something. Could be why he backed off that last lap, was to save energy. But we have done likewise, so if he did, I can do the same thing next lap. Felt like he did, didn't it? Felt like he closed in this lap. I'm expecting to see a fast lap here to Vettel. It wasn't. It was quicker than me, but it wasn't fast lap. That should be enough fuel saved. We're doing good on battery energy. Luckily, the fuel burning off is actually helping the balance of the car, too. The car does tend to get looser to the end of the race. Might not be as thrilling as the door-to-door or wheel-to-wheel action, but I feel every bit as much pressure in this one as those. On the curbs too much there on the brakes. Barely got away with that one. Nice lap again. Wasn't really even pushing for it that lap too, which is good. I think it's just because I'm back in mode 3. Makes a big difference around this track. Which means I have a little bit left in it for the end of the race. I think having that undercut gap ended up being super critical because it gave me enough time to learn the car with its reconfigured front aero before he was breathing on my neck. If he had been closer, it would have been a different story. Feels like next lap might be the one to try and push for about an ultimate fast lap. Before the tires start to go any further. I mean, so far he hasn't been able to touch it.
5 laps of fuel remaining.
Not a great run to the straightaway, which isn't an ideal way to start this effort. It is what it is. Just barely keeping a tire on the curb there, which you have to do. Good. Don't overdrive right here. Perfect. Absolutely perfect right there. A little bit of wheel spin, but I never lifted.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix 2 soon.
I know this, Jeff. I'm doing a thing. There we go. All right, back down to 3, back down to standard. Hopefully he can't beat that. I don't think I can do any better than that. 6.4 the gap. We may have rescued this one. I still think he's going to try for one final push, but he's got so far to go now. By the time he got to me, his car would be done. I got to try not freak out about my Delta now because it looks like it's atrocious. Certainly a different kind of race. This is, I mean, other than the madness of the first stint, this is usually more how Formula One races pan out. And to me, they're just as exciting. I realize they're not as exciting to everybody. You think, well, it's just 2 cars hot lapping, right? Yeah, but it's also 2 drivers pushing their car every lap to its absolute limits, knowing that one mistake could be all it takes. 6.8 did all right for a slower lap. especially pushing at the end of the race. Tires are giving out. You're exhausted. It's not as thrilling looking, but it's still thrilling. I guess it's not as flashy, if you were. This lap was really bad. I think I need to try and turn the wick back up just to get my head back in the game here. There's only gonna be 2 to go at the line. I don't like how he's closed the gap there. If it's below 5, then I'm really going to change things up. I think we're good. Yeah, 6.4, we're good. It's just visually in the middle part of the track, it looks like he's really closed up, but he hasn't. I'm sure his tires are pretty exhausted as well. Makes me feel pretty good about there not being a push towards my fast lap. He still could on the last lap try and just steal it, but I don't think so. Just judging the way my car feels at this part of the run, I don't think it's possible.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
It's not entirely true. In fact, it's not at all true. So he got me by about half a second this lap. It was Grosjean.
Okay, clear.
We would need some supersonic speed at this point. I think we can pretty much just bring it home. I'm very surprised. After those first few laps with the wing damage, I didn't think it was possible, but somehow I retrained my brain to drive this thing with the front wing damage, and it worked. Luckily, I had the thing set up pretty soft and not very low here so that I can be very aggressive with the curbs. I think that played a huge role. And thinking to put some wing into it helped. I wish I had done 2 clicks, but obviously it was good enough. This always has been a good track to me. Sometimes I've had some bad luck here, but we were able to overcome any bad luck today. I still do feel a little stupid for not realizing how Verstappen was going to crash, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yes, you've done it. Well done.
Let's hope that this is the turning point. I really wish Vettel hadn't made it to second, but you know, it is what it is.
Their Ferrari into Parc Fermé. What a fantastic race it was.
And it was.
Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
Well, when you overtake that many people, I'd certainly hope you'd win the race. Their car was really effective in the slipstream here today, and the team will be pleased that they didn't cook the engine, given how long they were spending in the hot air behind other cars.
Not
Looking
really.
at the podium,
Nice
you
try,
can
though.
see that red suit familiar to fans across the globe. A world-class win for a world-class team. Ferrari do it again.
We need a lot more of this. A lot more.
And after this round of the World Championship,
Didn't
here's
get
how
him,
things
4
look in the
tenths.
drivers' table. It wasn't the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced. Now, let's discuss, Ant,
It's
who
still
would
more
you
than a
say is
race.
contender
Actually, it is
for
a race.
driver of the day?
Sebastian Vettel would definitely be my first choice. He showed up a lot of the drivers out on the track today and didn't show any signs of slowing down.
It's time to see how things are
But he
shaping
didn't
up
win.
in the Constructors' Championship. So then, Ferrari have now moved out of sight and out of reach. It's another triumph for the
Oh, wow.
Italian team as they claim the World Constructors' Championship.
That's,
there was also a strong showing
that's
from
an
the
early
Mercedes
victory
team
there.
today as they make their way up the standings. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time? Be sure to join us again as we continue to bring you the latest excitement in Formula One.
All right, so I think there's, let's see, 5 races to go. 5 races. We are 26 points out, which is a race with a fast lap's worth of points. If anything happens to Vettel, then this is wide open. I'm trying to think if we can still manage to pass him if we just win every race and get fast lap. I don't know that we can. I think we would need a little bit of help. Let's look at the highlights. I'm gonna run the numbers. So today we're at 26. Divided by, I think there's 5 left. Maybe there's more. I don't know. Maybe there's less. Then you would get 6 points. Yeah, it's still doable, I believe. By my very rough math, I think it's still doable. Somebody in the comments will tell me with proper math. I just can't remember which race of the year this is and how many there are left. Plenty of wheel to wheel in this one. Lots of contact. I hope there's a replay of the crash. That one was pretty ridiculous. Got pushed out quite a bit. That, no shortage of that. Was this the Butler pass that he, yeah, just tries to push me into the wall. I wasn't having any of that. So I try to pass him on the outside here, and they gave me illegal overtake on that? Really? Really? Oh, it's this one. Oh, they didn't show that part. Cool. Verstappen locks him up right into my front wing. I mean, looking at it, I don't know, was there much I could actually do there? Was there much? He just absolutely turns in front of us. God, yeah, I mean, I'm kicking myself for it, but there really wasn't too much we could have done there. I'm surprised the end plate's still on. I thought it was more damage than that. I guess it was just the, I don't know what those are called, winglets, canards, who knows. And then from there, I don't think there's technically any, I mean, yeah, there's this pass on Robert that he fought a little too hard for, but it's all right. But from there, it was just a matter of holding on. Not gonna show that one? No, I think he's already gone. Yeah, this is just the two of us. Just the two of us. Victory! Done did it. I would say did it with style, but really did it with aggressive elbows in this one. All right. Let's hope this is the start of the comeback. We shall see. Thank you all for watching. I will see you next time.